Today we're going to talk about 2023 and our reflections, right? I want to know, guys, what is the biggest lesson you learned this year, and what are you hoping for 2024? We're gonna start with you, Dre.
No, I think we should start with Matt.
Yeah,
You sure you
Yeah.
want to go that road?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me calm down a little bit.
that's why I want to start with Dre. That's why I want to start with Dre. Because I
Um,
feel like this is gonna turn into a therapy session.
it shouldn't. It shouldn't.
I haven't updated my license.
Yeah.
Um, yo, one of the biggest things I learned this year is just to be more selfless. I give and give and give to people, and I'm big on the energy being returned back. And a lot of times the energy isn't returned back, and people just you really see who people really are when you need them, when you need somebody the most, and just for the most part, like just you gotta be more selfish. Not with y'all, I love y'all, but just with the a lot of circles around me, a lot of people around me. This year has been a bit of a year for sure for everybody. Between a lot of stuff going on, work wise, I had a change in my not department. I had to change the scenery at my job. No longer in customer service. I'm in customer ops now. Not forward facing with any customers anymore. Thank the Lord. But it was a change. I felt like I wasn't being challenged at the beginning of this year. At the halfway point of this year, my new challenge began, and I'm happy that I was able to, to do it. But going into this next year, just being hungrier more, not just physically hungrier. Sorry, guys.
You sound hungry. I'm like, fuck them damn tacos.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Right down.
My bad. And getting more to the grind. I think this year, the last 2 years, I'm gonna say, I wasn't at my best when it comes to grinding a lot of things that I wanted to do. But next year, yeah, we're gonna turn it up a little bit, turn it up the notch a little bit.
Pete?
Oh man. I think with 2023, I think I've had a lot of this year has been a lot of me reflecting on just being upset at a lot of things, right? So I didn't accomplish as much in the first 36 years of my life that I've always felt like I should have or I wanted to, things like that. And some of it for good reason, right? Some of it for good reason. Just things were not in the cards in certain ways. I prioritized certain things over other things. And it is what it is. At the end of the day, like bills got to get paid and stuff. And sometimes you can't, go after your passions as hard as you want to because you have to go after your responsibilities.
Right.
But a lot of those things weigh heavy on me because I sit there, and I think I share like one of the biggest fears that everybody has. You never know when it's over, right? You never know when that last day comes. And I think I've always lived with one foot kind of already going towards that direction and then scared of just like, well, what am I missing out on or what have I not done? And I think just being happy with what I have, knowing that I do want more and I do want to continue to shoot for more, but not feeling so upset. I feel like a lot of the things that I've always felt disappointed about or upset about, like I always feel like I miss out or I don't do enough or I could be doing more and things like that. And sometimes I don't. Many times I don't just enjoy the moments, and I don't just enjoy what I have in front of me. And I think it's one of those things where moving forward in 2024, it's one of those things I want to start doing. Like I do want to continue to start looking at how do I expand and doing certain things. Like how do I expand doing commentary and running my company and all that other stuff and what I'm already doing, but not feeling like missing out on things is the end of the world for me. Because I've always felt that way. When I miss out on something, I'm just like, man, I should be doing that or I could be doing that. And I know I could be and I should be, but like maybe it's okay that I'm not. And I think that's been a hard one for me to swallow for 30 plus years. Just like it's okay to be it's okay to be okay where you are and not lament over where you're not.
Yeah, I agree.
Shit, you saying being comfortable where you are. I ain't gonna hold you. 2023, I was not comfortable. I was not comfortable, but I want to say towards the middle part, I really started being comfortable with who I am as a person and where I got to. Because 2022 was a shit year. 2020, we all know was a shit year. So it was like I spent 2023 getting back to the person that I was before all of that, all of those dark clouds was over me. So finding out who I was as a person is a plus. Being comfortable with who that person is, where he's at now and where he's gonna go, that's the goal going into 2024. And stop being steadfast and being safe. It's time to take risks on a lot of things. It's time to like do things that I enjoy doing without, the thought process of what can go left. Just say fuck it and do it. Have fun, enjoy it. I'm 34. I'm still young in my mind. I'm still young. Shut up, Tay. I see the look. I know I'm getting old. I got it. The gray hair, I saw it this morning. Killed me. But
You still want braids?
yeah,
Right.
but just being comfortable with the fact that it ain't over yet. Like I'm not dead. I ain't nowhere close to being dead.
Thank God.
Like I'm up. Kids is healthy. I'm in a way better space than I was a year prior. So the goal is to keep moving forward. So yeah. But what about you?
I'm absolutely perfect. There's nothing I need to change.
Jesus
There's
Christ,
nothing
Tay.
I need to work on. There is nothing. I just need to get older, finer, and wiser.
And stay in the house.
Me and you both know she ain't staying in the house.
Look,
Outside Tay is fun Tay.
fuck that. Nah. 2023. I wanted to. I had 3 words. It was kindness, confidence, and opulence. I wanted to lead in kindness in everything that I did. And I realized in leading with kindness, I allowed myself to be too kind. I allowed myself to understand people too much. And I started to um, allow too much things to pass in ways in which were not comfortable with me. I never lose sight of myself because I'm always really self aware. I know things that I am not comfortable with, as opposed to I think I let things slip and slide a little bit too much because I try my best to always understand people, understand that we are all complex and complicated things. I understand that we are all a sum of trauma. We all face our own demons and all stuff like that. I say all this to say, this year, and I mean this, you are going to see me at my most delusional, at my most mad, and at my most loving myself.
Delusion?
Yes.
Why delusional?
Because I am going to love myself the most grandiose that I've ever.
Me and you both.
I feel like
We deserve it.
I have gone through so much. I feel like I've sacrificed so much. And I've allowed myself, I have not loved myself enough. And I've allowed people to treat me in a way that is beneath that love, that I should love myself enough. And I say that to say, like, I am stepping into my villain era, and I mean that shit. Like, you are not wasting my time. If it doesn't make me happy, if it's not healthy for me, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, it does not serve me. And that means in friendships, that means financially, that means romantically, that means wholeheartedly. You know, my daughter's gonna be 16. She's looking at me now more than ever, and she's now figuring herself out as a young woman, and she's looking to me as her guide. So I can't be reckless with the decisions that I'm making for myself because I can not only think for me, I have to think for her. And I can't allow anybody to speak to me in a manner in which I don't speak to myself, treat me in a manner that I don't treat myself. I have to love on myself the way I love on everybody else. You know, and I feel like I'm in a space in my life. I'm about to be 40 years old in a month. In exactly a month, basically. And I love myself. And I have to be my most unapologetic. And I want that for you guys too. Life is so short.
Right.
We don't have a guaranteed amount of years. We don't have a guaranteed amount of this. Yeah. So we owe it to ourselves to be. Look how quick 4 years went by.
Yeah.
Boy.
And look at everything we've gone through in those 4 years. When I stepped into this show 4 years ago, I was a completely different person. I could have not fathomed where life would have taken me from 4 years when you guys first met me in person to now. It changes like that.
We went through
So
that together too. It was the crazy shit.
We all went through it together.
Yeah.
So we owe it to ourselves. To whatever you feel your best version of your life is, you chase that shit. I'm always gonna chase it. Cause that's how I'm wired. Yeah. But nobody is gonna bare minimum me. Nobody's gonna speak to me in a manner in which is beneath my worth. And that includes myself. And I don't want that for none of y'all. So that's what, and I'm gonna be me at my most delusional. This is my villain era. This is my mad queen era. This is it. That's where I'm at.
She's been mad for 4 years.
Mad queen era.
The mad queen era.
But she's been mad for 4 years.
No. You ain't
Tay's not wrong.
Came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, the sports show.